we go. So it looks like chat is not working again in Streamlabs, so I'm going to have to pop out the chat. Pop it out from Twitch, and then let's just post a little announcement. Sorry for my little accidental. I went live and I didn't have the game capture actually up. I am live now with Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. We are finishing the main storyline today, as God is my witness. Come join us and share in the good tidings and birdseed. I just realized it's not even July anymore. We're officially Christmas in August. Alrighty. Let me change the title then. Hey, Pigeon! Hi! Everyone, this is one of my best friends, Pigeon. I don't think you've been in the stream before. This is so exciting. And right at the end, where you won't be able to understand any of the storyline. Basically, to recap for you, we got stuck inside a giant death egg in the sky. And now we're trying to get out, and that's all that matters. And our souls left our bodies, and we're actually sleeping on the ground below. But like if we sleep for too long, no, it's not political. The end of Hatoful Boyfriend wasn't political, was it? I mean, it was more of like a horror thriller because the one dude was like experimenting on people. Although there was that little part where like the humans were terrorizing bird orphanages, if you will. But yeah, this is pretty much just nonsense. Also, there's this crazy king who doesn't want us to leave for some reason, because I guess he wants... The egg that we're in is called the Holiday Star, and it basically seemed like this perfect world, and we thought we were like on a star in space, but we couldn't leave because he didn't want us to. And that's all I know. Yes, that is why it's called Holiday Star. And you don't need to know about these first two because they had nothing to do with this story. We did episode 3, and that was like the prologue to Holiday Star, and so now this is just us getting out of the Holiday Star. So it's not a big deal that you missed the first two. Oh right. So now we're doing... Wait, we already started episode 4. That's right. We have a save spot. Okay, here we go. So right now I am with Nagaki and Yuya. And Yuya decided to go off in one direction, and we decided to go off in another direction, and we're gonna like loop around the egg, get all our friends, because some of our friends are trapped in here with us as well, and then we're gonna get the f*** out of here. So that's our plan. We have no idea how we're getting out of here. We're just focused on finding our friends first. Yuya's already off and getting stuff done. We'd better move along too. And also, all the video on demands are uploaded both on Twitch so that you can watch them and on YouTube. It works a little bit better on YouTube if you don't have as fast of an internet connection. But all the VODs are online, so you could watch this whole series again if you wanted to and get the full story. Right. Yuya does seem pretty professional sometimes. It might be because he's a freaking James Bond spy. He even had a real gun during that time at Christmas. Oh, I forgot about that. He did have a gun. Maybe he really is with the FBI or something? The federal birds of information. I'm opening the door. Are you ready? Bring it on! The Lying Picture Book. One thing about this game is, and you'll see if you watch back the VODs, they do a lot more original art and stuff. There's a lot more backgrounds, there's a lot more settings, and the art in this game is straight up beautiful. Like, the atmosphere is just so cool. Okay. Once, there was an Oko-san. Looks like he's farting. I know he's running, but it looks like he's farting. There was something the Oko-san wanted to find, no matter what. So he ran to the ends of the earth, or farted to the ends of the earth, depending on how you're depicting that picture. The Oko-san was very fast. He could run anywhere. He ran everywhere. At the end of the earth, there was a giant hole in the ground. The Oko-san fell into the hole. He's dead now. No one remembers the Oko-san now. That's because he's dead. Poor Oko-san. Poor Oko-san. Coo! Oko-san is the pudding god! Oko-san is the god of Mount Pudding! Oko-san! Hostage confirmed! No, this was not, wait, what do you mean? The canon ending for this game? This is canon, yes. Right now they're in the dream, and he's in, like, this perfect world where he is the god of Mount Pudding, which is a giant mountain of pudding. Moving to secure. Oko-san, let's get out of here. Okay? Coo! Oko-san used wing attack. It's super effective. Also, I based Oko-san's voice off of that, I think he's British. That British guy that walks around Japan and he's like, Hajimemashite, Chitan! Ooh, sugoi! That's how I imagine Oko-san talking. Ow, ow, Oko-san, that hurts! Calm down and listen to me. Coo! Oko-san is not Oko-san! Oko-san is the god of Mount Pudding! You're not being a particularly benevolent god either way. Yeah, Oko-san, a god has to listen to the voices of the downtrodden common people. Coo! Really? Yes. Coo! Oh, in that case, Oko-san will listen for 3 centimeters. Oko-san, this pudding isn't real. You have to kiss it goodbye and come back to reality. Coo! Silence! So 3 centimeters is about 10 seconds? Looks like it. Oko-san, calm down. This crummy thing isn't the pudding you've been searching for all these years. Coo! Pudding is pudding! What does Ash know about pudding? I don't know anything about pudding. Think about it, Oko-san. Is the pudding you seek something I could understand? Of course not. It's something beyond and above, something completely outside my comprehension. Whenever you talk about pudding, it's like it's the meaning of the universe, or final secret of the earth, or some sort of cult deity. No matter how hard you've ever tried to explain it, I just don't get it. I still don't know what the pudding you're looking for is. But I do understand, it's not just something you can find just like that. Ooh, of course not! The pudding is an amazing treasure! Doesn't this strike you as odd, then? How could you have found that amazing treasure without doing anything? Gru? What have you been training for all these years? Haven't you been training so you can find the pudding which sleeps forgotten at the end of the earth? You couldn't possibly find a treasure like that this easily. It's a trap, Oko-san. A fake. You have to remember, Oko-san. Remember the pudding you seek. Remember who you are. Goo! 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 And before you know it, we're standing in a room just like the one where we started. Was everything we saw in here before just an illusion created by the king? Probably, yes. He was hoping to hold us back. Coo! Oko-san has remembered! Coo! True pudding is the universe itself, but it cannot be found in this universe. It is infinite. That's a really long coo. I don't think I follow. Don't worry, I don't either. Thank you. I try to make my coos as wonderful as they can be. Coo, coo! Oko-san must return to Earth and seek the true pudding! The wall. Cracked? Yeah, you can see right there. It's got a crack. We must be breaking the shell, like the migrant said. There was this migrant pigeon dude with a big fluffy hat that came up to us, and he was like, "You gotta get out of here." And he said some other stuff too, but I forgot what he said. It was all riddles and stuff. Oh, I get it. When someone starts thinking, "I want to go home," the egg cracks a little. It doesn't look like it will crack anymore though, and we probably couldn't break it by hand. We'll need to keep going forward. Coo! Oko-san is going home! Oko-san, wait! Oko-san gallops off into the darkness, snorting and cooing with excitement. Well, he can probably take care of himself just fine. Who cares if he dies? Probably. My eyes are getting used to the darkness again, and I can make out another door opposite from where we came in. Who will we find in the next room? The unenclosed picture book. Once there was a chrysalis. The chrysalis was all alone. It didn't know how to grow up, so it stayed a chrysalis forever. One day, a butterfly came along. The butterfly said, "Let's be friends. I can show you how to become a beautiful butterfly like me." The lonely chrysalis was happy, because it wasn't alone anymore. But its friend the butterfly died soon after. It was eaten by a fucking cat. The lonely chrysalis was alone again. It didn't know where to go anymore. It didn't know what it wanted to do anymore. The lonely chrysalis shrank and hardened. Hardened. Please laugh at me. Show me support. Nothing will ever come out of it now. You know, normally things that harden don't shrink. They kind of get bigger. So I've been told. Poor chrysalis. Poor chrysalis. Merry Christmas! Oh, yeah. So these two you missed, but they were like some weird science experiment. And so they're not fully birds. They're like bird-human hybrids or something. See, the thing is, when we finally got their backstory revealed, it was so confusing I didn't actually understand. they're literally just science experiments, and then they get taken in by Shu, the doctor, who becomes like their father figure. But he also kind of is like, why the fuck are they like this? They were born on Christmas, so they're obsessed with Christmas. And they're just big, goofy babies. They're my favorites. That's why my icon is now Miru and Kaku. All they do is say Merry Christmas and jump around. And they steal Christmas trees sometimes. It's the Christmas Junkies. And here I was expecting some emotionally charged, heart-wrenching scene. You shouldn't judge by appearances. Maybe these creatures have some sort of deep internal conflict as well. Well, we did find out that they have a tragic backstory that no one can understand. Miru, Kaku, we need to get out of here. If we stay here too long, we won't be able to go home anymore. Merry Christmas? Why? This place is called the Holiday Star, but it's not Christmas, is it? If we don't get out of here, we'll never be able to celebrate Christmas again. Merry Christmas! Shock! 10 times 2 to 6. I suppose that's an expression of surprise. They do appear to be moved. Merry Christmas! That would be bad. Really bad. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku want to start preparing for next Christmas. Zoom! The two of them run off into the darkness. That was a lot easier than Oko-san. But there aren't any cracks in the shell. There must still be someone here. I guess so. In the last episode, we went through this long hallway in this restaurant, and Miru and Kaku like covered themselves in cream and salt in each room. And then they go into the last room and Shu's there, and he's got like a chef hat on and a knife, and he's like, I'm going to cook you and eat you now. And I was like, oh, Shu, never change. We just went through this plain corridor a little while ago anyway. I already know who we'll find through that door. Enormous enemy is approaching. Keep your dignity, Nagaki. Put that dick away. I'm already dead, so I think I'll be safe no matter what, but excuse me, did you just mention my dick? Do be careful, Miss Y. Oh, right. I named myself Y because the beginning of the episode was so creepy. Coming through. I'll kick you in the head again. There's no reply. It's just a kitchen. Miss Y, watch out. I'm dead. What? What? What happened? Nagaki slams into me from behind. Kinky. I go rolling across the floor. Nagaki, and I thought you were such a gentleman. I'm as surprised as you are. Complain to whoever attached that thing to the ceiling. Huh? A gigantic bear trap is lying on the floor where I stood a moment ago. Did that fall from the ceiling? Oh, wait, hold on. My fellow Americans, do forgive me. It appears to have fallen a little more slowly than I calculated for. Do not fear, I will use more exact measurements next time. Shu's always been a chunky boy. He's always been one heckin' chunker. What do you mean, do not fear, you people-sidle partridge proprietor? That's hard to say. And you're supposed to lay... I used to follow his owner on DeviantArt. Did you follow, like, the actual bird's owner? Like, the bird model? Do they have professional bird models? Oh my god. You'll have to send that to me later. I've got to see it. Famous pigeons on DeviantArt.com. And you're supposed to lay bear traps on the ground anyway. Hanging it from the ceiling? Really? I swear, kids these days can't do anything right. I called him a kid.
I was planning to modify it such that it would seize the victim's head and then lift them back up to the ceiling. It would help with desanguinization, you see. It's a fucking hard word to say.
I see you weren't planning to close after all. My neck hurts just thinking about it. It's almost like maybe he cut my head off in an alternate universe. Fluffy heretic chef. I mean, Dr. Iwamine. Your dark fantasy affections end here now. You've noticed too, right? This place isn't normal. We've been shut in. If we stay here for too long, we'll...
Enter a persistent vegetative state?
What, you mean he already knows?
I read a report on a similar phenomenon where a number of people shared a dream, a few years ago now. I suspect we are under the effects of something not unlike mass hypnosis caused by the eclipse. If that is not the case, you should not be here.
Well, at least we don't have to explain it to you. Let's escape together, Doctor.
No, thank you. I don't want to go back to a world where Ryota's father doesn't want to marry me. Just thinking about him. He's a daddy in more ways than one.
Rejected at the speed of light, just like Dr. Iwamine was rejected by Ryota's father. Dr. Iwamine, stop dating my father. You know what? I'm gonna start dating him even harder. Are you more comfortable here, then?
Who knows? I haven't even been here for half a day. I haven't quite decided yet. I'd rather go into a vegetative state.
But didn't you say yourself that you're one of those sad people who only loves research, Doctor? Your brains will rot and drip out of your ears if you stay in this eternal holiday kingdom with its happy-go-lucky king.
It is as you say. If I have my fill of research, I cannot complain. The term vegetative, it is not entirely accurate. The brain relinquishes control over the body and sinks into a state of pure, unadulterated thought. Is this not so?
Yuya did say that our brains were disconnected from our bodies, so I guess so?
To cast away all functions but conscious thought, what a pure state of being. It fascinates me.
But, do you really want to stay in this dream forever, Doctor? Think about Ryota's dad. Since when were you the dreamy type?
Dreams are not such rigid things as you seem to think. The activity of the brain is no different while dreaming than while waking.
But there isn't anything here to use for your favorite diabolical experiments.
No, we cannot be so sure about that. The king of this star seems to absorb the knowledge and experiences of all who have washed ashore here and blended them into being capable of conscious action after all.
You've lost me.
To put it another way, the birds on this star hold within themselves the capability to replay any number of past events. This star is practically overflowing with material for study. Have no worries there. This isn't the sort of thing that happens every day, after all. I have the chance to experience it. I want to stay and take advantage of it.
Fine, then die here. We're getting the hell out. Are you really sure about that, sir? No matter what you study, no matter what you discover, you'll never be able to announce it to the world.
I seek knowledge, and knowledge alone. I am not doing this for someone else's sake, or for some earthly goal. Given the chance to engage in unadulterated thought without outside disturbance, I am happy to accept it.
Right, you fat bastard.
Go on ahead. We have nothing more to talk about.
The shell cracked. Well, it did crack, but it looks a little subpar. Quick, get Ryota in here. Maybe it'll remind him of his dad. Those cracks must be from Miru and Kaku. Probably. We don't have much time, so we'll go rescue the others. Please reconsider while we're gone, Doctor.
Well, we shall see. Ho 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 ho, my fellow Americans.
Shoo, you're gonna fuck everything up, just like always. This is no time for ho ho ho. It is not Christmas, Fluffetic. I do hope he decides to help us. The infirmary would be awfully lonely without the murderous Fluffetic around. Miss Y. Yes? We've got company. Greetings, travelers. Geez, we've already decided to go home. No one likes a host who tries to lock you in their house and make you stay forever. How many of these vague, see-through citizens are there, anyway? You should all try talking to the king, too. Only a tyrant would try and stop visitors from leaving, right? Have you all been here with that king forever? No, we haven't. We are the same as you. So you came from outside? You must have been a saint. We were very afraid and we came here. Afraid? Nagaki and I had a nice time coming here on a comfortable train with a friendly conductor. I don't remember being afraid of anything. If you came from outside, you have homes to return to, right? Why are you staying here? Because we don't have to worry about anything. Because there's nothing scary here.
Oh. The king said the king is all, and all are the king. Soon you guests will be away from the king too. All are the king. So there is nothing scary here. Everyone is together. Let's be together. The king is waiting on his royal throne. But the king glances nervously at Nagaki. The king does not want to be friends with that mourning dove. You don't have to come.
That's not very nice of you.
The king commanded you, you shall stay away.
The kings fade into the darkness, leaving their selfish command behind. So yeah, once you become brainwashed, you can like turn into a version of the king. It's fucking weird. Wow, Nagaki, from the look on his face, I bet the king is changing his royal underwear right about now. He's a bit of a crybaby. I don't think scaring him is very hard. I do wonder about it, though. Why was he so afraid of Nagaki? The migrant said something about that, too. Maybe you're the king's natural enemy? Let's hope so. And those vague citizens turned into the king and disappeared. If what they said is true, perhaps everyone who stays here ends up turning into the king. I figured that out like yesterday, literally. That's a bit much. What is this, a horror movie? No, it's Hatoful Boyfriend. At least it sounds like he's waiting for us. We've got to find the others, then teach him a thing or two about international travel laws. Let me check my guide, because we do have some choices coming up, and there are a couple different endings, and I do want to get them all. So when we reach persuading, we need to make a save point. I am dating pigeons and dodging death. Actually, there hasn't been any actual pigeon dating in this, except for in episode 3, when we went through the city and everything seemed all nice. It's like, oh, I'm on a date with Nagaki. How cute. Let me hold his wing. Forgets the word for wing. Not much variety in the decor here. I must say I'm getting a little sick of it. I forgot that Yuya's supposed to be part French, and so I gave him a voice like, my name is Yuya. Yuya Sakazaki. Yeehaw! And he's just like that now. Wonder how things are going on the roof. I can probably trust Mr. Leon, to keep my body from spontaneously I'm Yuya now. I can probably trust Mr. One Leon, rather, to keep my body from spontaneously combusting or anything like that. Yeah, he's Leon RB, I think it is. Something like that. He's also in the Federal Bird Investigation Unit. That artistic scientist fellow's probably cleared the clouds away, but the king of this place blocked the moonlight. A search and rescue mission in a zone of total surrealism, eh? This is new even to me. And I'm Yuya Sakazaki. The decorated picture book. Can you please let me change? Okay. I keep having to click. It's like it glitches out on these pages. Once there was a beautiful piano. Hey, beautiful. The piano was decorated with gemstones in all the colors of the rainbow. Oh, how it sparkled and glittered. Everyone told it was beautiful. Oh, so we're talking to the piano now. Oh, so now the talking piano's going to preach to us. What a beautiful piano. Oh, shit. Can I go back? Whatever, okay. The piano's owner was very pleased and decorated the piano even more. Everyone in all the land praised the piano's beauty. No one from anywhere wanted to hear its voice. Oh, shit. It's just like real life. You're like, oh, they're so pretty, but then you don't actually want to hear their opinions. But the gemstones were heavy, so heavy, and one day they crushed the piano flat. Come on. Poor piano. Poor piano. What is this trash? Is there no limit to its vulgarity? The composition is poor, the story juvenile, and the art messy. I opened the door to find a fantail angrily beating a book on the floor. Salutations, Sakuya. I'm glad to see you're still yourself. What? These are two voices that are very hard to change quickly in between. Is there no getting rid of you? What now? The tea party's already over. So all these holes were blown in by bombs when Yuya tried to get into the dream the first time. And he messed up the whole world because he was basically breaking the reality. Is it? That's too bad. I was really looking forward to drinking some of your tea too. Yeehaw! I wouldn't have given you anything even if you had showed up on time. Don't get full of yourself, mongrel. I'll be expecting an invitation card next time too. Sakuya sticks his beak in the air and coos irritatedly. By the way, what were you reading just now? I pick up the book, which Sakuya had thrown on the floor. I haven't the slightest. Do you remember where you found it? Do not treat me like a child. The king gave it to me. I do not mean to insult. God, which one of these am I? I do not mean to insult a gift of royalty, but that thing is amazing. It's like the scribbles of a deranged child. So why is it amazing if it's so bad? A picture book, eh? So this is a little flirtation from the king. It sounds like he wants to get a little something from my brother Sakuya, eh? Yeehaw! Or rather, an invitation to stay here. I suppose it's meant to paint reality in a poor light to flatter the world of dreams. Alas, its message appears to have been lost on Sakuya. Something is wrong with someone who dresses a musical instrument up like a Christmas tree. Instruments come with their own beauty already built in. Gaudiness is hardly the deciding factor in an instrument's value. Indeed, an instrument covered in sparkly gewgaws. Gewgaws? Gewgaws? How am I supposed to pronounce that? In sparkly gewgaws to impress uncultured fools is the epitome of crassness.
Decorating an instrument to the detriment of its tone is absurd, ludicrous. If the author of this drivel was here right now, I would sit him down and lecture him for 3 days without break.
He continues on, angrily expounding the qualities of musical timbre. I wonder if he realized just how stupid he sounds. I mean, just how much he cares about music. As his brother, I can only hope to see the magnificent blooming of that enthusiasm one day in the real world. Very true. Visual flair is hardly what an instrument is there for. The piano in here should have used his voice to let everyone know before he got crushed. I wasn't created to be decorated. Let me sing. Something like that.
Why are you smirking like that? What a distasteful cretin you are.
I love how thick-headed you are, Sakuya. Yeehaw! It'll save me a lot of trouble.
What is this? Do you mock me?
No, quite the opposite. That was praise.
I doubt it. Your ridiculous facial expression is proof of your deceit.
Forgive me, I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe he's born with it. What am I to do? Now then, I can't spend too much time here. I doubt whoever I run into will be as easy as you after all. I knew you didn't just wander here by chance. Tell me what is happening.
Wait, I knew you didn't just wander here by chance. Tell me what's happening. God, I wish I knew what I was doing.
You're always... I just realized. Yuya, Sakuya. Both ends with ya.
That's like a genius breakthrough I just had. You are witnessing something that Albert Einstein could not hold a candle to.
You're always good at keeping things moving. Thanks, Sakuya.
What? You do not jest?
It's hard to believe, but unfortunately, it's true. You and I are hooked together with a whole pile of electric wires right now.
You cad! Without my permission?
You weren't exactly being responsive. And it's an emergency anyway. Easier to ask for forgiveness than approval, right? My dad always said that.
Ah!
Now then, Sakuya, yeehaw! Will you spend eternity having tea here with that cheerful, artistically challenged king?
Inconceivable! I will not stand for it. The real world needs to see how beautiful I am. Just who do you think I am? I am Shirogane Sakuya LaBelle. It is completely out of the question. I demand to see the man responsible for this idiocy at once. I shall have recompense for his gross discourtesy towards me.
Sakuya runs off into the darkness. Oh wait, Sakuya runs off into the darkness, an aura of unusual proactivity about him. Yeah! No one gets the better of my little brother. Now then, who's next?
The Black and White Picture Book. Once upon a time, there lived a white dove and a black dove, 2 of them. The white dove loved the sunflower. The black dove loved the sunflower too. What a beautiful sunflower it was. I don't know what any of these fucking stories mean. It was as warm and bright as the sun itself. The sunflower would go out and play with the doves all day long, except in the real world, sunflowers can't fucking do that because they're plants. But one day, the sunflower made friends with a star, another inanimate object. And after that, the sunflower always went out at night, except it couldn't because it was anchored into the fucking ground. Without the sunflower, as bright as the sun, to light them, the days became dark. The white dove knew how nice the night star was, and became sad, and more sad, and cried. The black dove thought the night star should turn into a shooting star,
and go disappear somewhere far away. Things would be better then. But in the end, both doves froze in the darkness and died. Poor doves. Poor doves. This one's just as bad as the last one. Not my style at all. What did you think of it? So yeah, look at how beautiful this fucking background is. Look at that. It's like watercolor paint and then like pencil line art. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You're breathtaking. What did you think of it, Kawarariota? It's really hard to say with a southern accent.
The king said you have done nothing wrong. You were the one who found the treasure first.
What's Ryota's voice again?
That doesn't mean anything. How I feel doesn't matter.
Looks like he's more interested in talking to the king than me. I guess I'm still just not charming enough.
The king said that mourning dove is a bad, bad bird. That mourning dove wants to steal something precious from the king, and from you. You must know already that mourning dove is an evil, evil demon.
Nagaki is a ghost, but he's not evil. I guess he can be scary if you make a mess of the library books, but...
The king said, but you are very afraid of him, are you not? Because you can tell that your greatest treasure will be taken far, far away. If you join the king, you will not be afraid of anything anymore. The evil demon will be gone then. The king is waiting for you.
After a lot of smarmy babbling, the king disappears. Salutations, oh troubled young pigeon. Mind if I join you for a bit?
Oh, Yuya. So you've ended up here too. I thought it was just us.
Well, I wasn't exactly invited, you know how it is. I'm here to rescue you all. Blah, 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 please decide to bust out of here and come home with me as soon as possible. Yeehaw!
I see. So we're all in the same dream after all. So it's not just something I'm imagining all by myself.
By all indications, yes. The king here, the king there is the host and creator of this charade, and you're all guests. And I'm crashing the party. Yuya Sakazaki. Everyone dreaming the same dream beneath the starry night sky. Very romantic. So are you still caught up in this dream?
I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore. It's very painful. And when I wake up, it might just end even more painful.
From what I saw of the king's solicitations, I can guess pretty easily what he means, and I am a bit of a specialist in that area. You know by now what it is that's causing you pain, right?
I haven't done...
Talk to me, Ryota. I'm here for you, and I can help you. What's bothering you? What are you afraid of? Once you put it into words, you'll know exactly what you need to do. That is not how fear works at all. That's what I think anyway. It's why I talk so much all the time, and definitely not because I'm an annoying asshole. Seems reasonable, doesn't it? Yeehaw! At this rate, you'll rot from the inside, quite literally at that. Be brave, Ryota.
I'm afraid of Ash not being with me, even in this dream. I always worry too much, and at first I thought this dream was just me being scared that someday she'll leave me behind. But I guess that's not it. The Ash I saw here is the real Ash.
His eyes flicker about nervously. What he says is true. Even though this is a dream, Ash is acting of their own accord.
Ash has been with me ever since we were children. We've been together so long, somewhere along the line, I started thinking it would stay like that forever. But it won't. It never would. It was all just my imagination. All of it. His eyes glisten with tears. Yeehaw! Oh, how brightly his innocence shines to one as worldly and jaded as myself. He probably hasn't realized that what he's feeling is love. I took it all for granted. I thought it would last forever. But that's not possible. I know Ash better than anyone. I know what they love and what they hate. What they're good at and what they aren't. I know everything about them. But I don't know anymore. Nagaki. Nagaki knows Ash that I don't. And not just in this dream. They spend more time in the library every day. If someday I stop being special to Ash, for that matter, maybe I just thought I was special to Ash. All this time, I've been nothing but. Well, well, what a pickle. Yeehaw! If I've been reading the signs right, Nagaki and Ash aren't quite to the point where Ryota should be worrying. But his fears are going to get more and more likely by the day. I need to pick my words carefully. How can I coax this young man's heart back into the real world without breaking it? Persuasion to the maximum. Oh shit, this is where I need to save.
Okay, so we're going to do the bad ending first. The bad ending is... Okay.
Believe in Ash. Believe in Ash, Ryota. You're just jumping at shadows. What do you mean? They aren't really a couple. I've had 1,000 loves. I could tell at a glance. I would like to think that, but... He looks just as troubled as before. Shoot. That wasn't what was worrying him. What I'm trying to say is, you're clearly your favorite, Ryota. What do you know about Ash, Yuya? Do you think you understand every person in the world just because you always skip class and go around town hitting on girls?
Jesus, Ryota, don't hold back.
That's a little harsh, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Not that I can exactly explain myself now. It would take too long. A casual, here today, gone tomorrow bird like you can't even comprehend the depth of my relationship with Ash.
Jesus, Ryota.
We've been together forever. I know Ash better than anyone, and the same goes for them. They know me better than anyone else in the entire world.
We have always been one, in two, and I won't let that end now. His Royal Highness the King. There's no way back to your old home. Your home is the Holiday Star now. Everyone's home is the Holiday Star. Welcome, my new friends, my new kings. Happily ever after.
Get fucked. Oh my god, it didn't even show an ending screen. It just sent me back here. Awesome. Alright, let's do the good ending now. Well, continuing.
What exactly... Wait. My name's Yuya. Yuya Sakazaki. I had to reset my voice. What exactly do you mean by special? Something irreplaceable? I don't really understand myself. But at the very least, to me, Ash is Ash, and no one can ever take Ash's place. So that's it? What were you ever afraid of then? No one can ever be replaced, Ryota. You will never stop being special to Ash in that respect. It's as simple as that. You don't think I'm trying to fool you or anything, do you? That's true, I guess, but that's not it. I'm scared that I just won't be with them as much any... Of course not. You can't stay children forever. Feel like writing me off as a heartless bastard yet? But ignoring me won't change anything. Time will pass and places will change. Yeehaw! You'll ride your little cattle off into the sunlight. The first flowers in spring, a shooting star, the rainbow right after a storm, a big red barn. all beautiful, and none can be captured and held forever. No matter how fair the flower, it will rot and fall to pieces if you never let it go. Yeehaw! But memories will never hurt you. The flower withers, the star falls, the rainbow fades away, but you will always remember their beauty. Hell yeah! Ride that pony! Are you telling me to go on alone with nothing but my memories? That's a little pessimistic. What I'm saying is... Oh wait, that's a little pessimistic. What I'm saying is, don't let your fears for tomorrow cloud the memories you're making today. That's too abstract for me. I'm a dumbass, remember? I don't think I understand. How long is he gonna keep floundering around? I'll have to be a little more clear. Maybe you'll be an unrequited lover, or maybe you'll live and have a family with Ash, or maybe you'll go your own separate ways. Maybe you'll turn out to be gay like your father. I mean, listen, born that way. But whatever happens, all the time you spent with Ash, all the joy you've had will still be yours, and you'll still be valid. Woo, 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 woo. Well, that just makes it even worse. How could I live without the sun now that I'm so used to its warmth and light, no matter how sexual that sounds? I'm scared, Yuya. I don't want to see everything I know collapse around me. This is pretty bad. I've been taking him for a quiet metrosexual.
A quiet... Oh, fuck. Oh, that's it. Game over. We're done. Oh my God. I'm dead. God. Put on my gravestone that I died as I lived, laughing my ass off.
My name's Yuya. Hold on, let me get a taste of my drink. Oh, I had to reset myself. All right. My name's Yuya. Yuya Sakazaki. This is pretty bad. I've been taking him for a quiet metrosexual, but maybe he's really into the whole total monopolization thing? Jesus Christmas. As far as I can tell, Miss Ash herself hasn't got the slightest idea this is all going on. Ash is dumb as a board. What a sinfully negligent person. Everything changes, Ryota. Time is like that, inconvenient and rude to everyone. Even if you stand still, everything else will leave you behind. No matter how hard you try to prevent change, it will come. Think of it like this. You're on a horse. You're riding the horse into the sunlight. You think you got control of that horse. You think you understand that horse. But if that horse wants to buck your bird ass off, it is gonna. And you just gotta trust and believe that you can survive. You understand what I'm saying? No, Yuya, I don't understand. Oh well, we gotta get the fuck out of here. The world and your friends will still change. If what you really want is undisturbed peace for the rest of your days, you'll have to cut all your ties, leave everyone behind, and become a hermit in the mountains, or to farm. I mean, I love to farm. No, I don't want that. I didn't think you did. Are you planning to ask someone else to stay with you then? That wouldn't be right. I couldn't ask for something like that. It would be too selfish. Bye, Pigeon. Thank you for coming. I'll be uploading the VOD later tonight so you can watch the rest. Yep. See you. So you think it will be selfish? Aren't you wishing someone would do that for you? Just a little bit deep inside? I don't know. Maybe I am. Or maybe you aren't. Right. Aren't you afraid, Yuya? Everything around us is changing, and so are we. We don't know what's ahead.
Oh, sorry, I burped right into the microphone.
Sorry. Hold on, I closed the window. Wait, let me pull it back. Hold on. This is a very professional stream. Stop unfollowing me! Stop unfollowing me!
Aren't you afraid, Yuya? Everything around us is changing, and so are we. We don't know what's ahead. Doesn't that scare you? There are things that scare even me, yes. Even a hero of justice has his weaknesses. Yeehaw! What's waiting for me at the other end of this night? The best day of my life, or the very worst? No one knows, and that's why all we who cannot see tomorrow can do is put on our bravest smiles and march boldly into the new day, preferably on a horse. Yeehaw! Isn't that called bluffing? Haha, I suppose it is. All this time, I've just been trying to look cool so no one will realize what's going on inside. But what's wrong with putting on a little show? I have a question for you. There are only two choices. We're running a little low on time, you see. Kawara Ryota. What do you want to do? You could accept the king's invitation and stay here. Nagaki would be removed. You would spend eternity celebrating the endless holiday with Ash, and tomorrow would never come. Nothing would change, and nothing would hurt you ever again. Or you could refuse the king's invitation and return to the real world. Your relationship with Ash will change sooner or later, for better or worse. And a new day will come. Now, choose. Yeehaw! I won't try to force you either way. You alone can decide what your salvation will be. And in any case, it won't do us any good unless he tries to break free himself. I don't know if I'm still Yuya. Now then, if I remember Nagaki's map right, okay, I'm still Yuya. I should be near the throne room, but something's bothering me. I've been looking as hard as I can, but I still haven't found it. There was another star below and to the right of the room where we started. Someone else must be here. I went to the right. If that map is correct, there should be a route to that star here somewhere. But where? We don't have to worry about getting lost, but this corridor is way too long. It is connecting two stars. There really isn't any way it could not be long. Stop pointing out how futile my complaints are. We're almost there anyway. Beyond that should be the king's new chamber. Nagaki stares at the extravagant door at the end of the hallway and nods. All right, let's get in there with a bang, take out the king with a clang, and knock down the lighthouse with a crash. Looks like you two cleared your half just fine. Yeehaw! Yuya. That's me. Yuya. Yuya Sakazaki. Yeehaw! We went through 2 rooms. We talked to Oko-san, Miru, and Kaku, and Dr. Iwamine, and we made lots of cracks in the shell. Though, I still don't think the doctor is really with us. 2 rooms after all. Yup. Oh wait, yup. Just like on the map. I didn't take any shortcuts, but I've only been through 2 rooms as well. So, I'm afraid I have to go back, mon ami. But we're just a few steps from the king. We're still 1 short. I must have missed the room somewhere. No doubt it's the quail. I'll go find the last room as quickly as I can. Yeehaw! My mission is to get everyone out here alive after all. And your status as hero of justice gives you a better chance at spot checks than either of us. Yuya will finish a search and rescue. I'll clobber some sense into the king, and Nagaki will destroy the lighthouse. It's the perfect plan. Try not to hurt him too badly, Miss Y. He started it. I was hoping to enjoy our reunion a little more, but we'll have plenty of time for that after we wake up. The king isn't going to be like anything you fought before, mon ami, and he certainly won't be eager to let you pass. But we're low on time. This is the best way. Don't worry, Yuya. Nothing can stand before Nagaki and me.
Ours is a march of destruction, with no tender grasses sprout in the charred trail we leave. Speak for yourself, Mr. Sakazaki. Hitori is blind, and if he's left alone, he may be scared. Please help him. Of course. I wasn't gonna kill him. I'm trying to save him. Leave it to me. Yeehaw! Back to the mission then. Adieu. And as for us, into the Hall of the King. All right, let me see. Okay, we've got some more endings coming up. So let's definitely save here. And then we'll keep going. Coming through, Stormtrooper Captain Ash has arrived. You invited us here, and we have come. We want to talk.
His Royal Highness the King! Hello, I am the King!
You rotten royal rapscallion! Your silly fanfare and informal greeting won't help you now.
The King asks, why do you look so angry? The King is scared. The King does not understand. The King does not understand. The King does not understand and thinks he might cry.
Your Majesty, we didn't come here to make you cry. Please, listen to what we have to say. You won't get anywhere talking to him, Nagaki. He belongs in a mental institution. Okay, that's not right. Don't say those things. That's disrespectful to people with mental illness. He hasn't listened to anything we've said so far anyway. That's just him being a jerk. That's not anything else but him being a jerk. Come on, let's beat him up already. I imagine him making some type of monstery noise. Miss Y, please. Nagaki glares at me. I guess he's right. Our opponent is the undead lord of a dead kingdom. Maybe if we talk for a bit, we'll find out something useful. Who are you?
The King is the King.
I know that. And it's not what I'm asking. The migrant said that this is a place where the souls of the dead wash up. The souls of the dead who have gone astray, that is. He said that this false star grows by attracting those souls with its light. Were you the one who created this star? If you did, why? Why do you try to trap more people here?
Because it is safe here.
Safe? This place is fake. It's a sham. This place is the danger. I don't think the king is evil. Sometimes he doesn't seem like anything but evil. No, the king just thinks a little differently than we do. He's doing all this because he thinks he's helping people. Isn't that right?
Of course. The king always acts with the good of his people at heart.
His idea of what's good is too far away from ours, Nagaki. That may be true, but I still want to figure out his motives. It's not very likely, but if we can persuade him without using force, we should. Tell me, Your Majesty, where did you come from? Oh, it was already dark out when I awoke. What time is it? It must be past 6. I feel like I had a report due today. Which one was it? Classics? Or maybe German Lit? Whatever. I gave up on both of them ages ago. I don't want to go out. Where did I go wrong? Was it when I took the gap year? Or when I settled for a safety school? No, it must have been a long time before that. The days go by and I do nothing. I wrap myself up in blankets and never go outside. I hate myself, and night is here. I sleep until morning, sleep until noon, doze through the evening, and wake up at night. At first I would write every day. Not quite a journal, and not quite poetry, but writing. I didn't hate writing, but one day even that was too much trouble. My life was always boring. I never had friends. Nothing good ever happened to me. Whenever I would go outside, Everybody else would sneer and laugh at me. The world turned its thorny, unkind back on me. Whoops, I accidentally closed my window again. Not a good moment to interrupt. I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm trash. I've never really taken care of myself. I'd be useless at work if I had a job. I have no redeeming qualities. I think I would be better off. Oh my God. Did the king have horrible, horrible depression? My bed is a cocoon protecting me. I want to go back to the shell I hatched from. I want to go back to when I was a yolk floating around in an egg so I can rot and die before I hatch. Is that why it's an egg? I can't take this anymore. Why do I have to live and study and work? Why do I have to deal with other people? Working hard has never gotten me anything. Birds had it so much better decades ago. They were born, ate, flew, slept, and never had to think about any of this. I don't have the courage. This is so sad. I don't like pain. I don't want to suffer. Someone help me. And just when it was the most painful, when I had sunk so deep into my depression that I could sink no further, the gods heard my wish and granted it. A friend, my only friend. I was useless to myself and everyone else, but the gods still showed his kindness to me. Your plumage is so nice. It's bright and cheerful, unlike mine. And it wasn't just our coloration. He was my opposite in every way. He was earnest and smart. He didn't mumble when he talked. But despite all that, he understood me more than anything else in the world. It must be hard for you. I know how it feels. It's painful. It's not your fault. Society is always telling us to do this, do that. It's like we're held at gunpoint. I hate it all too, just like you, right? He alone understood me, and I alone understood him. We were alone, the two of us, in the world. The time we had together was the warmest and sweetest of my life. If only it would go on forever. And one day he said to me, "Let's make it go on forever." Oh, I guess they oh, I don't want to read this out loud. It's too upsetting. One night he came home with a bag of medicine. Let's go somewhere far away. Somewhere where we're completely alone, just the two of us. Where no one can bother us and no one will find us. We left on our final journey and we took the medicine. I'm getting so tired. I feel so peaceful holding your wing like this. We should have done this a long time ago. My pulse and breathing are dropping steadily. We're almost to the end. Yes, just us at the end of the world. Time to say goodbye to this awful world together. I guess you're right. I was thinking it was about time I said goodbye to you. He softly stands up. His warm wing leaves mine. He calmly steps away. He reaches into my bag. He takes out the key to room 701, my wallet, my ID. What? I reach out. Oh my God. So he took advantage of this person by tricking them and then poisoned them, and then stole their stuff and left. It was a murder. It was a murder of someone who was really mentally and emotionally vulnerable and really needed help and thought that they were getting help from someone who loved them. Goodbye. This is as far as I take you. But you said you'd leave this awful world behind with me. Yes, what an awful world it is. But I still have things I need to do in it. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to. I don't. It's too late for that now. How many times have you told me that you wanted this? You never really wanted this, but you had to. People like you are just a bother, hanging around, complaining, and getting in the way. What an awful world. It wasn't my fault. Why do you have to kill me? Come on, please, this isn't right. You're right, I never really did want to die. It wasn't me, it was what society did to me. It wasn't me, it was everyone around me. Society, you say? Help me, please. Call an ambulance. Come on, please. They won't come. This is the end of the world, and it belongs to you and me alone. I don't want to die. I'm scared. Why are you doing this to me? You wished for death, and I helped you to it. That's all there is to say. Please try not to. Ew. It'll just hurt you more. Someone help me. God, where was the warning at the beginning of the game? I mean, I guess this is Hatoful Boyfriend. I should have expected it. I'll have to, see if I can put a warning at the beginning of the VOD. The King's Picture Book. How are we supposed to just go back to the game now? This is not okay. Once there was a poor little quail. And I'm gonna do all these dumb voices after I just read that super, super sad story. It's not cool. One day, the quail was tricked by a bad bird and killed. The quail was put onto the train through the night sky, along with all the other birds who had died. Where is the train going? There must be a terrible place at the end of the line. The quail was so scared and so afraid it thought its little heart would burst. But the train stopped for a little while. Apparently, even galactic trains have to wait for signals. The quail was too scared to stay on the train, so it jumped off. There was a dark, dark room there. There was nothing in it but a chair with a little candle. There was no one else there. The quail sat on the chair and cried. Why did this happen? It was betrayed by its friend and forced onto a strange train. What would happen next? The quail thought and made a station. Maybe if there's a station, someone will come to play. The quail made a station and lit the candle and waited. Time passed. Birds came. The dark room became a beautiful kingdom. The candle became a grand lighthouse. The chair became a royal throne, and the quail became the king. Those who come to the kingdom become one with the king. The king is all, and all are the king. No one is hurt, and no one has any sad thoughts. The birds of the holiday star lived happily. Happily ever after. How nice. How very nice.
Happiness is here. Happiness and nothing else.
Oh, Jesus! This is spooky.
The king thought, if everyone is one, none will be afraid. BRB while I cry. This is terrifying. So little by little, the king absorbed everyone on the holiday star. And now we are one. Please no more spooky pictures. Please no more spooky pictures. I don't feel like I understand you all, even after that huge monologue. He's lonely, so he wants friends. But he doesn't want his friends to quarrel, so he absorbs them all. You're quite a storyteller, Your Highness, to use a few hundred lines to express what I did in 3. In other words, this whole place is basically a cult of loneliness and crazy peer pressure.
What's good about having everyone together, Mr. King? No one gets to play their own part. If Oko-san was here, he'd say something like, everyone is different and everyone is good, Mr. King. And then he'd slap you. Even now that you're the king, you're still just a small frightened quail. You ran and hid in your shell, and now you're safe in your own private kingdom. I suppose you are right. If everyone is one, no one gets hurt. But there's no one on this fake star but you, Your Majesty. As long as you stay here, you'll be alone.
The king said it is not the king's fault. The king was not the only one who wished for this. All who came here accepted it gladly. even the ones like you who were angry at first. In 2 days, you will be the king's best friends. You are the ones who are wrong. It is you who are wrong. You're not right.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is gonna need a lot of warnings. Christmas. This is worse than the first Hatoful boyfriend. This is creeping me out.
The king and that king and this king and all these kings are so happy. But you want to hurt the king and this king and that king. Everyone has to be good on this star. If we are not one, then someone will surely hurt someone else. The king said, let us become happy together.
I'm gonna just save, take a moment to breathe. Freaking weird ass game. Am I Yuya again? I've rechecked everywhere I went, but I haven't seen any other doors. It's one hallway from start to finish. Looks like this path must be hidden too well for the naked eye to see. The last room should be where I'll find Professor Nanaki. Or wait, didn't Ash say he was Hitori Nanamo in this world? Anyway, there should be a quail here somewhere, but he's been singled out for poor treatment. Did you really have to hide him away like this, Your Majesty? A voice echoes faintly in the dark corridor. One of the king's underlings? I don't see it anywhere. Leon? I can't stay here for very long. Listen up. The teacher here, Nanaki Kazuaki, is starting to show abnormal brain activity. He's probably falling into a coma. I'm trying to find him right now, but it looks like the man behind this has hidden him somewhere. I thought as much. Nanaki's brain activity is dropping. He may not be able to regain consciousness. Meaning, he alone is proceeding more rapidly into the disconnect of mind and body. Unfortunately, I'm going to administer psychotropics to you and Nanaki in 60 seconds, in small amounts. It would look brilliant if you failed the mission because I overdosed you. So my job is to concentrate and find the professor while the high lasts? Exactly. You should have about 2 minutes. Good luck. Leon fades away like a puff of smoke. This isn't the first solo search and rescue I've had to do, but all the same, it is reassuring to see that unshakable cockatiel's face even for just a minute. It's almost time. If the planisphere was right, the path down the last star should be between Sakuya and Ryota's rooms. That magnificent artist did get rid of the clouds for us. It would be a waste if we didn't let any of that nice moonlight in here. The booth should last 2 minutes. At least the area is pretty small. Let's hope that king can't beat me at my own game. I forget what his voice was.
So the officers are just as willing to use illegal substances as the ground operatives? I can't believe it. There's something very wrong with the Dove Party.
We are like cogwheels. We serve as parts of a machine far larger and more important than ourselves. You should know it as well as I do.
Humph! Unfortunately, I cannot even begin to comprehend such groveling ideas. I am not here for the system. The system is here for me. Anyway, I administered the amounts you said to your underling and the quail there.
Thanks. And now all we can do is brightly and massively prevent the victims' bodies from losing too much heat. And wait to see how everything turns out.
I cannot get that Leon's voice to be the same for more than 2 seconds. The drugs acting on my physical body are having more of an effect on my dream consciousness than I had expected. Every sensation deepens and expands. If only I could enter this state at will. If only I could do drugs all the time. I can see a crack in the wall.
I hadn't noticed it before, but light is seeping through. That must be the light from a bird's soul, like the migrant was talking about. The walls should be fragile here. This is just like Sakuya's tea party. Break it open and be on my way.
We can't let you do that, traveler. You were not even invited here. Please stop doing such terrible things.
Well, hello there, yokels. What's with the long faces? I'm just here to pick up a friend. He's gotten stuck in here by mistake, you see. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Mind letting me by?
Why do you do such terrible things?
You must not open this until everyone is won. No room for negotiation, then? I was hoping this would go more smoothly, but oh well. If you don't move, I'm going to make you.
I'm just going to save again.
That's mean! The king is scared of birds like you. The king asks, are you trying to break another egg?
The citizens, who appear to have morphed into the king, address me accusingly.
What a mean thing to do! You break eggs and you think nothing of it. So many eggs. I wonder what the children inside were like. Those lives that couldn't live. Poor eggs. Don't you feel sorry for them? The king knows. The king knows that long ago you broke an egg out of your own selfishness.
So this is how the king fights back? I don't know how he figured out my secret, but in any case, it's a very precise attack. The king himself is on his throne. The citizens should just be small parts of the whole, but maybe they share his consciousness and abilities? This is my job. I'm here to rescue everyone from the school. You've trapped one inside this wall, so I'm breaking this wall. Any questions?
That poor chick who could never hatch.
Please try not to get distracted. My past has nothing to do with the fact that you're in my way.
You poor bird. The king thought you should not have to suffer anymore.
Suddenly, the king is carrying eggs and dropping them at my feet. Before I know it, there's nowhere left to stand but on the broken eggs.
The king said the king can lift the burden from your shoulders. The king can take away your pain. So come, become one with the king.
How much does he know? He's aware of the guilt I've carried with me ever since I broke my brother's egg anyway. But he seems to have misunderstood. Thanks, but no thanks. You're asking me to hand my guilt over to some complete stranger? Please tell me you're joking.
The king said, do you like pain? The king does not understand.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. I don't think you ever will. Like you said, I dirtied my hands with a crime, and I can never take it back. A life lost will never return. The past does not change. The least I can do is remember. I will always carry this with me. This pain is mine, and you can't have it.
You know well what it means to suffer, but if you break the king's egg, you will only suffer more.
Suffering, indeed. I don't think you'll understand. This pain is part of me. Your egg is already rotten. Isn't it a little much for you to ask me to accept your sympathy? The king's shadow disappears like morning fog in the sun. I can see the stairway to the bottom of the maze. A friendly and considerate man, I imagine an eternity spent with him would be full of happy days. My sentimentality is dying down in contrast with the high from the drugs in my bloodstream. Picture book.
Cool. It's so pretty.
You lied to me.
Oh. I'm just gonna take a sip of my drink for a second. Really think about what I just witnessed.
What the fuck? This is not okay. What the fuck? What's wrong with people? Who made this game? Who do I have to speak to? I'd like to speak to the manager. Jesus Christ. This is so fucked up. Alright. Yeehaw! The others weren't exactly masterpieces, but I think this one goes in a class of its own. Professor Hitori, I'm here to take you home. You'll get moldy if you sit around dozing in here. What was his voice again? Oh, hello. Looks like he's still alive, for now. Do you mind if I tell you about something? I feel very strange. And I was sleeping just fine until a few minutes ago. You woke up all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. I woke up. So he really doesn't have eyes? I hope this doesn't have anything to do with his actual body. But now I'm starting to get sleepy again. Please, stay awake. Yeehaw! I need your help to break this egg, Hitori. I'm very, very sleepy. And the king did tell me I could nap for as long as I liked in here. There's nothing wrong with naps, but if you sleep right now, you'll never wake up. Really? That would be bad. Don't sleep. Come on, let's get out of here. The drugs must be wearing off. This guy's quite something. Not everybody can doze off in their sleep. I think I would rather stay here and sleep. So please. He steps unsteadily forward, his wings stretched out in front. Is he looking for me? I'm right here. There you go. Ah, yes. Thank you. He smiles happily, feels for my neck and closes his wings around it. Jesus! Hey, wait just a minute. Are you planning to strangle me? You noticed. Oopsie. Come on, Nanaki. You're not Shu. This isn't your job. I'm making another save point because this game's fucking creeping me out. What do you mean, oopsie? I jump back reflexively. I've been nearly crushed while trying to rescue drowning swimmers, but I've never had a hostage try to strangle me before. You thought you were pretty calm. I thought you were pretty calm. Sorry, did I scare you? I'm here to help. Come on, take a deep breath. After me. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. So it's not you. I feel like there's something I forgot to do. Even though I thought I already finished it a long time ago. But it wasn't you. Sorry. Did he mistake me for someone else? He looks gentle on the outside enough. He looks gentle enough on the outside, but I think he's pretty messed up on the inside. Did the king do something to you? No. All the king did was close the door. Apparently, I shouldn't go outside. Birds who might hurt people have to stay inside. That's pretty stupid. No birdie can ever live without hurting anyone else. Are you just going to follow his orders because he's the king, Hitori? The king is the most important person here, so apparently I have to. Think for yourself for a minute.
Do you want to be dragged along with whatever he wants?
He said I need to be punished. Apparently I did something bad, and I think I know what it was.
I wouldn't have expected it from the professor, I know, but maybe he did something long ago that the king was able to drag up, just like with me. I don't know what you did, but it won't go away if you just stand here moping.
Yes, I know that.
Professor, Hitori, there are still a few things you have left to do in the real world, right?
Yes, there are. I think so.
In that case, let's get out of here, okay?
A few things left to... Oh, right. There is something I need to do.
Let's get out of this dark hole then. Can't keep a lady waiting after all.
But that would be hard. I ate my eyes, so I can't go anyway. I can't see anything.
Don't worry, I'll guide you. This rotten egg should have got a few cracks from everyone now. And I don't want to leave Ash and Nagaki in danger for so long. Better hurry to the throne room. Meanwhile, Nagaki and I are about to die, fighting for our lives with a physically revolting incarnation of the king.
The king said, become one with us.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna save again. It's no good. He isn't getting hurt at all. I thought he'd die if we hit him enough, but I don't feel like we're doing any damage at all. If only I'd brought a halberd or something.
There's definitely something wrong if he's completely unfazed by your punches, Miss Y. It's not like they're doing nothing, though. He just recovers quickly.
Who gave this chump a Reagan buff?
What do we do, Nagaki? Perhaps it would be best to wait for Mr. Sakazaki.
Maybe so, but I'm getting awfully tired of the king's incessant invitations. Couldn't I take him out if I bypassed his regeneration by throwing all my hunter-gatherer strength into a single attack? There's always a chance, right? I should... Okay, here comes a choice. We're going to do all the choices. We're going to start with, let's see, which one is the bad choice? Go for it. Alrighty. Say your prayers, Mr. King. I'll decide this in one blow.
Were you listening to me, Miss Y?
Don't worry, Nagaki. If I can hit him, I can kill him. Come to me, O spirits of my proud steppe hunter ancestors. My blood burns with the flames of the sun. Grant me a single strike to split the crust of the earth itself. Secret technique, burning Aminoshiki kick! I did it! He definitely felt that.
Miss Y.
Huh? My leg is stuck deep inside the king's chest. I can't get out.
We are together now.
Happily ever after. Oh, shit. That sucks. And it exited me out of the game again. Okay, so we're gonna play it safe. Nagaki's right. We probably can't get through with force alone. I have to buy time and wait for backup.
Making cracks is bad.
Look out! Nagaki, are you okay?
Yes. Sorry.
It's okay. The king has been targeting Nagaki this whole time. Looks like maybe Nagaki is his natural enemy, like the migrant said.
I'm slowing you down, Miss Y. At least if we split up, I wouldn't be in your way.
Don't worry about it. We need you to burn the lighthouse after all. I'll protect you, Nagaki.
Miss Y. Ugh, I got hit bad, boss. The king is a really nasty man, battling the heroine of a dating sim around like that. Oh, batting the heroine.
The king said...
Not in all my days and travels as a hunter-gatherer have I fought a creature like this, but even so, I need to get Nagaki past him somehow, even if it means sacrificing myself. Hey, wait, Nagaki, what are you doing? While I was reeling on the floor from the last attack, Nagaki got up and placed himself between me and the king. You're pushing yourself too hard, Miss Y. It won't be enough for me to go on alone. I will send you home safe, Miss Y. To reality, to the school, because you have a future, Miss Y.
Nagaki should die in the fire.
The king slowly draws closer to Nagaki. He's gotten heavier, and he keeps sprouting more heads. There's no way Nagaki could take a hit from him. Your Majesty, please don't hurt Miss Y anymore.
You must not go!
Nagaki!
Coo! The interfering Oko-san arrives coolly!
Oko-san! Oko-san, dashing out of nowhere, sweeps Nagaki up in his wings and skids into the corner, sparks flying from his claws. I'm dizzy. You really are quite fast.
Coo! What did you expect? Oko-san's legs are pure muscly gold! Poor Oko-san! He runs and he runs, but he will never find anything. Coo! Spare us the foolishness. Coo! True pudding does exist somewhere in the world. Coo! Oko-san will run until he finds real pudding in the real world.
Oko-san used Body Slam on the king. It's super effective. Wait, no, fall in a different direction. I need to get out of the way, but my legs are still...
Ash, grab my wing.
What a careless lout you are! Hold on tight!
Ryota, Sakuya.
Sorry we took so long, Ash. Are you okay?
Never been better.
You're practically in tatters. I expect better than this from my underlings.
I'm not your underling or your mercenary or anything, Sakuya.
But even if you go back, the world will only keep hurting you.
You were right, sir. There are two birds in my heart, and it's painful. Sometimes I think I'm going to tear apart from inside. But that pain is another one of the memories I've held so dear all this time. I can't just surrender it up to someone else. If I stopped worrying, if I stopped being in pain, I wouldn't be myself anymore. I don't care if I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I want to go back to the real world and live into the future with everyone.
Have you no shame, you pathetic being? You call yourself a king, but you are limp and weak as a boiled frog leg. You fear contact with others? You comfort yourself by forcing everyone into the same mindset as yourself? You despicable coward! A king's duty is not to indulge in sloth and indolence. The future will come, yes, and we do not know what tragedies it may bring, but a king's duty is to stand proudly forth and do battle with them. Cool! Sakuya is cool!
Indeed. Sakuya would be a way better king than you.
But of course.
Sakuya, don't let your guard down.
Oh, how dare you strike at me while I am speaking, you cad!
Are you okay? Did he get you? Merry Christmas! Miwu and Kaku will take care of all your scrapes and bumps with a wink and a twink and a ho ho ho.
A familiar pair of white creatures tumble across the room and begin administering emergency care to Sakuya.
It's not like I asked for this or anything.
Can I borrow that first aid kit for a minute? Are you okay, Ash?
I'm great. I knew you'd be here, Ryota. Thank you.
Yeah, let's help each other get out of here. With you and Nagaki and everyone.
The king does not understand.
Oko-san, look out! He's coming from above.
Who?
That ungainly dance of yours is hardly something to show in front of a lady, Your Highness.
Tell me, what is happening? Things have gotten a bit strange, haven't they?
I knew you'd show up looking like a hero, Yuya. So Hitori was all right? Good.
You're late, Sakazaki. Been off gallivanting around while the rest of us fight, have you?
Do forgive me, dear brother. I was looking for some birdie and was unfortunately delayed. Now then, let's get this idealist king to step aside so we can get the magic lantern he's been hiding behind his throne.
Wow, he's even more of a berserker than I am.
I think we're going to win this.
Watch out. Someone's gotten angry, and you wouldn't like him when he's angry. The rampaging Oko-san and the heroic Yuya have gained the upper hand. Or have they? The king is still thrashing around an awful lot. Just a little more and we can win. Just one more. One more? Of course, I knew I'd forgotten something. We're still a bird short.
Fascinating. A fine work indeed. Each one possesses a physical tangibility indistinguishable from the real thing. I am quite curious about this. How does he produce such a convincing illusion in multiple brains, all at once? How has he gathered these experiences and memories together, and how does he project them into the minds of his visitors? I certainly hope there is a better answer than magic.
Hey there, you all by yourself? You look like you found something neat. Mind if I have a look?
Ah, I see. So this place, that is to say, it seems that individual memories may resurface and manifest by themselves.
Oh, is that Ryota's dad? Is that Ryota's dad? Is that Ryuji?
Is that gonna be what makes him want to go back to the real world? He's like, oh right, my boyfriend. Forgot.
I'm over here, kiddo. Or were you talking to the floor?
Oh, no. Please pay it no mind. More importantly, why did you come here?
I saw a faint light while I was wandering around the halls, and it led me here. Nice to meet you. I'm the migrant. What's your name?
I do not have any name to give you.
Oh, what's with the scary face? Did I say something wrong?
Yes, you did. You are a migrant. Why do you need to know my name when you will soon be wandering off again? Just like you wandered out of my life and left me alone with our 2 children.
Well, I do wander around a lot, but that doesn't mean I can't make friends, does it?
Don't mind me then, since apparently we're only friends. Go make some.
Oh, come on. I mean, but I've got something to talk to you about.
I'm sorry, did I look like I would make good conversation? What a terrible pity.
No, hey, wait. Geez, you're all grown up, but you still can't sit still long enough for me to finish the sentence.
What did you say? Don't talk as if you know me, old man. You no longer know anything, do you?
I knew it. I wasn't sure, but I thought I remembered this scent. Hey, listen, you were my friend, right?
You must be joking. No, nothing of the sort. Funny, isn't it? I made all sorts of excuses, and I suppose I waited here hoping someone would get confused and end up here. Ho ho ho. Let us consider each other to be complete strangers. How does that sound?
Oh, that's too bad. Migrants like myself never remember anything for too long, so it's not often we get to meet our friends from before. In any case, we're friends now. Yes, that sounds very nice.
This is unfair, and I object.
Now, I know this is awfully sudden, but will you marry me?
Leaving already? And what were you just complaining about me for?
Sorry. That's not what I meant. Don't you want to get out of here? I'd like to go back to my travels, but the king here will throw a tantrum if anyone tries to leave. There are some kids just up ahead doing their very best to crack the egg. Maybe you could go give them a hand?
Ha 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 ha. I don't even have enough breath left to sigh. You're asking me to help you leave?
Won't you?
Yes. I suppose I'm tired of wasting time obsessing over the past. And how beautiful those buns are. Very well. Now as then, I'll go along with your thick-headed plans.
Death blow! Barbarian uppercut! I thought with all the excitement earlier we'd taken the advantage, but now it doesn't look that way at all. It would be nice if we could open up even just enough of a gap for me to make it through the tower on my own. I don't think that will be easy. He has way too many heads. If only the Fluffetic was here. He can out-cheat anyone, no matter how many heads they have. And I bet he'd love to get his Lancet into a creature as creepy as this. He's completely taking the upper hand. Head, that is. Help! Help us, Dr. Iwamine! Exclamation point.
There is no need to shout, my fellow Americans. I'm right behind you. Ah! Ah!
The doctor, appearing out of nowhere, throws something chemical looking at the king. It seems extremely unhealthy. I knew you'd come through, Doctor, and for once you're killing someone other than me. And with heroic timing, too.
Looks like you stole my thunder again. The thunder of Yuya Sakazaki. Yeehaw!
Don't act as if you can compare to the Dr. Iwamine, mongrel. Doctor, we've awaited your arrival.
I can't say words.
I think I'm going to sneeze. What was that, sir?
Something not unlike what I put in the tranquilizer gun I used for collecting live samples back home.
So, anesthetics?
It confuses the target's gait and paralyzes the central nervous system for a few minutes.
Heretical indeed. I'm going on ahead.
Wah, wah, wah!
You weren't heretical enough, Doctor.
It was developed with earthly creatures in mind. It seems it is not so effective here.
Coo! Oko-san will use wing attack! Leave this to us!
San's right. We'll keep him occupied, so Ash and... Oh, geez, I can't say my own name now. That's how tired I am. So Ash and Nagaki can head past the throne. If what the migrant said is right, you're the only one who can break us out of here. Go on, do your stuff and do it well.
Right. Thank you, everyone.